Hi guys,
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Seth?
very good. Seems like a new habit that we both are doing this while other people are missing.
Yeah, but you know what? We're the dream team, so it's okay.
Yeah,
We're like that wombo
it's
combo, the the
definitely,
trifecta.
and it also feels like now that it's still somewhat summery, we're making this a car cinema, like because we're talking about movies here in the
Yeah,
car.
yeah. It's a
But
car
yeah,
cinema,
always on the
exactly.
move.
We race.
And
Always
yeah,
on the move. Uh, Cap gun.
yeah.
I was trying to be clever and like do cap gun on the move, like like groove on the move or something like that. But I couldn't like, I don't know. I couldn't put two and two together. But that's okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh well, yeah, but glad to be here finally again. This time without delays. Um,
That's
And I
the way.
mean, we were supposed to have Cameron as well, but he is still busy. So I mean, we just do it, the two of us.
Yeah, he's back and he's coming back to New Jersey. He's got a 2 day voyage ahead of him. I've done that drive in under 16 hours and or in 16 hours, not under 16 hours. And it's a long one. It's a fun one, but a long one.
Definitely. I wouldn't like to do that drive.
You wouldn't?
No, I mean, road trips are nice, but not for the sake of needing to get somewhere. Just like if the ride is the journey, then that's cool. But if you need to do a long road trip just to get somewhere, I don't know, it takes the fun out of it for me.
That's true. Especially when it's like I think though if I had to pick, I would do a 7 hour road trip to my max. I did Florida because I wasn't forced to, but because like the people I were with did not want to fly, so I was like, all right, fine, we'll drive. But if I had to do it again, I think my max would be 7 hours.
Yeah, I mean, the longest ride I took, like, we took a few short breaks to like stretch the legs, but the longest ride I had was like from one point in Germany basically to the other northeast to southwest. And I think those were like to the border of France, and I think those were like 11 hours, 12 hours ish.
Okay.
That was like, and you were sitting like on a big coach bus, so you didn't have that much leg room, and we had like three stops or so to like for toilet breaks and to grab some snacks and something. But long drives are very much not my thing.
Not much time. But thinking of long drives, uncut gems, it is.
Yeah, definitely also a nerve-wracking drive, definitely.
I feel like I don't want to get into spoilers just yet, but I was just gonna say I feel like this movie triggered my anxiety consecutively through the whole movie, and it just made me go up and down and just be like, "Bro, just stop,
The
just."
movie, when I looked online about like other reviews for the movie after watching it, because I never watched it before, I didn't even really hear about the movie, which is funny because like, and I come to that later. I always had a complete different view on Adam Sandler movies, but maybe that's just what Germany gets from him more like trend-wise. But people described it as claustrophobic and like a small car, like a smart or something that you're stuck in for a 10-hour road trip. Yep, that movie definitely kind of has that feeling of having a grip on you. And yeah,
I
but
could
I have
dig
to
it.
say, uh, I mean, I just started off with my feelings on the movie. Because for me, Adam Sandler was always that guy who I know for family vacationy rom-coms and
Okay,
stuff like the Zohan movie or Click or something. So like stuff that has this deep um kind of melancholic twist to the emotions, but it's always mostly comedic. And this movie was um very yeah, I don't know what to say. Very grown up, very dark, and very um yeah, it wasn't a movie that was meant to be fun or comedic. It might have had an element, but even then, like his whole character and everything that happens, it is a very earnest film, and so it's like, yeah,
Very earnest film. Very earnest film. And actually funny that you brought up Adam Sandler because I actually watched this with a close friend of mine, Johnny. And he also does not like Adam Sandler films. He's like, bro, we're gonna watch an Adam Sandler film. Like, I don't like he's not known for his serious films. He's known for the, like you said before, like the comedy, the goofy, his Happy Gilmore production. And he goes, bro, this, like, he's like, I, not that he dislikes Adam Sandler, but he's like, I could never get into Adam Sandler movies. And he was shocked with this one. Took a 180 on his whole approach towards Adam Sandler.
Definitely for me as well. Like if you go in this expecting Jack and Jill, you can definitely be surprised. And I mean that's what kind of like made this movie for me in a way. And I mean it is something I don't want to say it's tough to watch because I mean there's movies that are definitely like take more from you like to grasp it all. But I think this is also a movie that you can watch at least 2 times and recognize new details, new parts, and everything. And I mean, but yeah, it's definitely open up my mind to maybe dive into the filmography of him more.
I agree. And something that I also found interesting was he was just an actor in this. Like his production
Yeah,
company didn't do anything. It's all A24 films. And I believe it was, I forget the twin brothers who directed this. They're like two twin brothers
yeah.
too.
I I had it in my mind on the way here and was like, yeah, and I love what the brothers do because like it's really much their style that comes through in this movie, and especially because the funny thing is, I mean, this movie plays around the 2010 2012 era, like era, and they made the movie in the 2010s, pitched it to Sandler, and basically he was because they made it with him in mind as an actor. And the thing is that they were trying to get him to do it, and either he didn't want at the time and brushed it off, or he just didn't have the time. And so they made it now. And I mean, spoiler warning here, because I don't know if that accounts to something of that. Basically, they chose the way that they made that movie. They wanted to be very real. So they wanted a real sports guy, for example, for the role of the sports guy in the movie. So they got this guy because he played, and they even referenced 3 of his games that he had back in the day. And that's why Adam Sandler's using an old iPhone with an old version of iOS,
Yes.
betting on a sports team that was big back then, but isn't, and that it that stayed now and everything. So they basically build it up to play back then with reference that are real and true to that time period. And it's just not a film that plays in the past, but it's actually built up on real people and real stuff that was that way back then. So it's kind of even a period piece, if you want to say so.
Definitely a period piece. Definitely a period piece. And I was shocked of how nostalgic it was and to bring it back to 2012. The only thing that like I don't know if this is continuity error because I don't remember when this came out. But the only thing that I was like hesitant about is I saw a Ring camera on one of the buildings. I don't know if Ring
Ooh,
cameras were a thing in 2012.
true. I think, I mean, maybe the company as the startup was because I mean they were on Shark Tank, and then I didn't like Shaquille O'Neal went into them and made it big.
Yeah, but I don't
But I
know. I
think
think that
that
was
was
what
maybe
year.
2016, 2018, but that wasn't 2012.
That's what I
I
thought.
mean,
That was the only
that's
time.
like iPhone 5, iPhone 6 territory. We didn't have cameras on our smartphones around then. I doubt that. I mean,
Yeah.
GoPros weren't that great back then. So, I mean, I highly doubt that Ring cameras were a thing, but maybe, that's the small details you miss. And that's the movie bloopers that get the nerds that are looking out for everything. So maybe, yeah, if you watch the movie 3 times, like the third time, you just look out for inaccuracies that weren't around in the early 2010s. Like
Yeah.
that car brand, definitely not a model.
No, I didn't. That was the only thing that I saw that was a little bit. I was shaky, but I was like, huh, interesting. But they did a good job with cinematography. They did a really good job with the sound design too. I felt like the sound design kept me engaged. Like the one scene, spoiler. I don't want to. Should we just go into spoilers?
Spoiler, spoiler,
Spoiler,
spoiler.
spoiler, spoiler. Okay.
Imagine it here. Spoiler.
Like the one scene when he goes back into his old apartment when his son finds out that like he's cheating on his wife. and you come in and you just hear the radio or the music playing, like it's when he turns it off, that click off, and then just the silence of the fade of the music was just it was fantastic.
True. I generally think like the way they made atmosphere. The way they made the whole atmosphere of the relationships in this movie is so different to like what you normally have, because it's like um, they, the way that they interact with each other, and basically everything is falling down for him, and then somehow he turns it back around, and in the end it still ends in shit except for one person. Like everyone tries to get their stuff together, and somehow most of them manage to, and in the end there's, if you want to think ahead of what's happening after the end of the movie, there might be one person who's in the luck, but otherwise everyone else kind of loses everything. And it's just like, for a movie that's the movie kind of reminded me, and I'm very ashamed that I don't know the movie title. You know the Will Smith movie where he tries to find his luck, the one where he's with his son?
Yes. What is that called? I love that. I actually really did enjoy that movie.
Is it Seven Lives or something?
Something like that. And he's a banker or
yeah,
something corporate
something
in New York.
like that.
Yeah.
And that kind of had the same vibe to me, but in a bit of a darker mood kind of thing.
Very dark mood. Well, I think that the movie really plays on the addiction of gambling.
Yeah. I mean, he gambles the whole time in different ways. I mean, he gambles his relationships, his possessions, other people's possessions. I mean, even his life in the end. So, like,
yeah.
It's go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of the ending, this is a big spoiler. What did you think? Because I was not expecting that at all.
Definitely not. Like the way he ends up, and I mean, I don't think, because we don't really have a spoiler thing here. Again, contains spoilers. The ending is something that I like. You're like, oh, cool. Like, he turned it around, cool dude, and then it's like, oh, well, didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect it. I mean, it fits the way the movie feels. It's like there's no happy endings when it comes to stuff like this, because there's always a way to have it bounce back on you. And I mean, I also read stuff online where they said like, and then the other girl, I forgot her name again, the girlfriend,
Orica?
associate, whatever.
The wife?
Yeah. No, not the wife, the girlfriend.
I thought it was
like
Eric,
the one who the one, yeah, the one who has the money, Erica.
Yeah, Eric,
like the way they're like because she then has money as well. Like, she might end up in the same spiral that he was in during the movie, because like it's what she experienced and saw, and basically like it always goes on to the next person, and it's always like it's something that basically you infect other people with the same disease kind of thing.
That and the son too. The son was a little
Yeah.
with small hits. He'd be like, I bet $25 and I got $50 won on I forget the exact payload he did.
True.
He also you saw a little bit of the father within his son in a more innocent manner though. Like, definitely more innocent.
But still.
A lot more
You
innocent.
see that the stuff the parents do always kind of also brushes off onto the children.
Unfortunately, yes. Depending, yes. And it's just, you felt in the beginning I had sympathy for him. Like, in the beginning I was like, man, and then like eventually he just kept doing it to himself. I'm like, bro, something bad's gonna happen. You just keep pushing the boundaries and making silly mistakes. Like when he owed his brother-in-law, which I didn't know his brother-in-law until like halfway in the movie. What is it? Arno, right? Yeah,
Arno.
No, was Arno was the mob boss, right?
No, there was the bigger gangster, and then there was Arno.
Okay, I thought Arno was.
I mean, there's the guy that are at his office later in the movie, and then there's also Arno. But like, he owes Arno, but then he also owes this bigger guy because of Arno and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
because I think he owes Arno. Arno owns the other guys, and therefore there's like a big um, like chain of events basically.
Chain of events. Okay. I wasn't sure because like when the big Bob boss killed him at the end, I was like,
Now you said it.
I did. I know. I said it. I said it. I had it. It was surprising. Like it was an ending that I never expected to happen.
Yeah,
And it
it's
was an
like
ending that shocked me.
yeah, especially because it's like he got the stone back. He sold it to the guy. He made with everything he got out of that a big bet through the window out. Like the thing is, and we can say it now. Like in the end, the mob people are in front of his office, like between the elevator and his office door, in like a middle room, locked in. And basically, in the end, he bets all his money and his earnings from selling a stone on a game, and they basically have to sit there, watch the game end, and in the end, he gets like what was it, 1.25 million or something, or 2.5 million, I don't know.
2.45 million.
Basically,
Yep.
more than enough to pay out his relative and the mob bosses and everything. And in the end, didn't his brother also get killed, or his nephew, or
Yes,
whatever it was?
brother. I don't know if he was his brother. I think it was his brother-in-law because I remember the one scene his
Brother-in-law, yeah.
dad said that I wish he didn't marry my daughter or something like that. Not exactly
Yeah.
like that words, but something like that. And then
But
eventually,
basically, I mean, that guy ends up dead, and then the mob want everything from him so he can pay them back. Kind of pays them back, but in the end, still gets shot. But then
that
because
yeah,
yeah, and the thing is, the mob people still don't have the money because the money is with his girlfriend, and then in the end, like she has all the money. So that's why I heard people online saying like, with everything she experienced, she might just end up in the same downward spiral of things because like she's not that different from him in character. I feel like
she's not, but I feel like she's more tamed. I don't know. Like she's more she knows how to communicate. At least she was trying. Like when she the weekend when she had
yeah,
the coke run
that's
with
the
the
best
weekend.
thing. It's so like so real because it
So
has so
real.
many real people. It's like real
So
sports guy and the weekend at his party and blah blah blah. It's just like they made it so fit it into a time where all these people were big and everything was so real. So it's like you could think that this is a real story that went down because it's a very much a thing that could just happen to most people who are in that trade and in New York doing stuff like that. It feels very, very much like something that's like a scenario that is prone to happen to someone.
easily prone to happen to someone, and that was the realistic aspect of it, of like someone in a gambling addiction and someone being addicted threw me not threw me to a loop, but like I don't know, I was just shocked about Adam Sandler having a serious role like that because normally he's known for that happy, goofy, grown-ups, I'm going to teach my kids a lesson type of thing. And I think this was like the first serious role I've seen him in other than The Hustlers, which I also thought was a good movie, but I thought The Hustlers was better than Uncut Gems.
True. I mean, I was thinking about there was one movie I saw with Adam Sandler and I couldn't find it by the picture on Google earlier. That's also more serious, but like in the end, I feel like I enjoyed this movie also like because the other day I saw an interview of him on the street by some person being like, "Hey, what you're wearing today?" And he was wearing like two different colored shoes, some gym shorts, a weird jacket, and some weird shirt underneath. And he was like, "Yeah, all these shoes because I can't give to like color coordinate these shorts because that's the first thing I grabbed out of my wardrobe. Well, the jacket to cover this pointing around his torso up, and well, the shirt to cover even more up, and something like that." And it's like he's normally such a nonchalant guy, and the way like I feel like the real person Adam Sandler is rarely how he is in his comedic movies, but I feel like in a movie like this, it's much more his real dry persona. So maybe like if you want an authentic Sandler, a dark movie is actually what you need.
Yeah.
And maybe it's actually like I feel like in these comedies, I'd never find them really funny because I don't think of him as a funny actor, but maybe he actually is an actor meant to play these kind of earnest and heavier kind of portrayed movies.
I think he's better at playing these serious, earnest type of movies than being a comedian. I feel like there's certain actors, like for example, this might be a bold statement for me to say, but like Ryan Reynolds, I feel like he only acts in movies that he acts like as a person.
True. I mean, he's
So,
very
like,
much himself in movies.
Exactly. I feel like when Adam Sandler does these comedy movies, he's acting as himself. But when he does a serious role, we get to see his true acting skills and abilities, like we don't get to see in the other movies either.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, then again, I didn't really, besides from Green Lantern and the Deadpool movies, can tell you by now, like a movie where I would definitely be sure that Ryan Reynolds was in. Maybe I'm totally forgetting a famous one right now, but like, I think I've never really.
The only one I can think of right now is Red Notice, but that's because I saw it on Netflix before I went to bed. Like, not saw it, like I was scrolling past and I saw his name on it.
Yeah, I don't really know about that one, but like, the thing is, I think, yeah, I couldn't imagine him in like, if you would take that same kind of movie and would put Ryan Reynolds in there, I just can't imagine it to work because like he's also Adam Sandler is that kind of scruffy, weird guy that that like you believe that like a guy looking and behaving like him would be in such a situation because like he has a relationship with someone good looking because he has the money and everything, but also like um everything like it's also like what's the word? I don't know. Sleazy enough to make it look authentic. I don't know.
Very
And I
sleazy.
think like a sleazy role like that wouldn't work on Ryan Reynolds.
No, I don't think I've ever seen Ryan Reynolds play a serious role though. Like we said before, like
Yeah,
I've never. It's always been like
like maybe
or a documentary, something like that.
maybe a romance, but then again, that's also not the same thing as a movie like this.
No, it's not. It's completely different.
And talking about this movie again, can we talk about the start and the ending? Because like for the first part of the movie, doesn't it take at least 15 minutes until you see Adam Sandler for the first time as the main guy? Because you start off, I mean, let's just go with how the movie starts off. Like the first thing you see is a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
And when I thought about that again, was like, did they get some stock footage for that, and did they actually like do a colonoscopy of Adam Sandler to put it in a movie? Because I would like that's not even method acting. That's just a dedication at that point.
That's his dedication. Imagine if like that was his colonoscopy. Like he went to the doctor and said, "Hey doc, we're gonna need this footage for a movie. And might
For
as
a
well
movie, make it 8K.
Too, you know? Like let me make sure I don't have colon cancer."
Yeah, make it at least 4K 60p. I need that shit for Hollywood.
I need that shit for Hollywood.
No, and I mean, and then it's like the whole story about the miners and everything. So it's like it even tells the whole origin story going into it. And the thing is, like in the end, the whole thing of like going into his shot wound, into zooming out into the world, into the universe, and everything, the colors and everything, it looked kind of different. So basically, it went from inside his body outside to the universe. Like we went from his deepest innerst parts out to the most outward perspective, basically. So it's like we get an in-depth look to the whole picture, basically, and it's just kind of like a very weird way to start an end movie, but I kind of like that because it's just so like you never expect to have a movie open with that. So
no, you didn't. I honestly was surprised too, was that one scene has got like so little to do with the actual movie too, the opening scene. Like it's
Yeah.
important, but it's like
I mean,
relevant.
it's why he acts the way he does at points, because he's like, if it's bad, then I just gonna die. I'll gonna divorce my wife, have a girlfriend, and throw out all my money or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it like that. Well, yeah. What did you think when they took him and shoved him into the trunk and his wife had to like come and save him during the
Yeah.
play scene?
I mean, the thing is, I didn't expect the wife to like hold with him because, like, I mean, they were always talking about like, yeah, we're gonna get divorced, and they didn't tell the kids and everything in the end. They were still there for each other, and they were also kind of reconnecting in a bit. So I didn't expect them to work out the way they did. So it's like kind of, yeah, I don't know, just
Interesting. Do you want to rate that movie?
I didn't make a sign for that. Damn, I was still on the point of like maybe I can throw this in at some point. Um,
No, we can talk about that.
because like yeah, um, no, but because like even in a bad situation, just because you can have the luck to get yourself out of it, with more gambling, it's never the right choice. But we can also just wait a second.
Take your time.
Rate that movie.
Yeah, we'll rate the movie and then we'll go back to the addiction because that's a good bit to talk about. It's very important for the fellow kids, for the children.
Right. Yeah, do it for the children. But yeah, to rate that movie, the thing is, it's a very good movie, and it's something that after I watched it for the first time, I'd watch it like immediately in the close proximate future, the second time, maybe third time to grasp everything. But it's nothing where I would be like, yeah, once a year I'm gonna grab that off the shelf, put the disc, and be like, yeah, let's have that movie again. I think there's other Sandler films, more comedic ones, where people would be like, for example, I just know that in German television around the Christmas season, holiday season, or whenever, like, or any other strip of the year where there are multiple holidays or like a long weekend, they would just maybe make an afternoon of Sandler films on one of the channels because,
Really?
like, to fill program slots. Yeah, on like one of the private networks, they would just be like, okay, cool. From I don't know 1 p.m. till 7:30, there's 3, 4 Sandler films running. I don't know. Then it's like the one where the family goes and he meets someone else at the holiday resort, and it's Jack and Jill, and it's Click, and I don't know what else. Or maybe they even put one of the bigger blockbusters on at shortly past 8 for like prime time and stuff like that, and they just do multiple Adam Sandler films for half of the day. But like generally, I love this movie. It gave me a new perspective, so I have to give it some props and like an extra point for that because it definitely made me want to watch more of his work that maybe I recently didn't see. And when I looked on Google, I saw there were a lot of stuff that's like Netflix made or the Netflix productions where he was in. So maybe I need to renew my Netflix subscription that I canceled last month because I didn't use Netflix for 3 months, and if I don't use something for 3 months, I cancel it.
That's smart. That's a smart thing to do. That's what I should start doing.
I mean, I only had the $5 a month with commercial thing because when you use Netflix, when you only watch Netflix productions, you in Germany you apparently get less commercials running between the stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I could watch a whole movie without seeing one single advertisement clip.
That's
Or I
nice.
could watch the last season of Sex Education when it was out and not get a single advertisement between any episode. And I don't know if that is because it is Netflix made stuff and not something they have to pay more licensing for. But
Right.
basically, I never had to do that, so I was always fine with it. But then again, even if it's just $5 a month, if I don't use it, that's $50 that I don't need to spend. And as I can't share my account with other people because by now they really ban people for account sharing, and that's just stupid. I yeah was like, yeah, no, not worth it. Um, so but yeah, maybe I need to renew that. But yeah, okay, back to rating that movie. um I would give it 6.8 out of 10 because I liked it. It opened up new perspectives for me. It has a good story, but it's also sometimes very dry, sometimes very gripping in a way that I don't know if I pretty much like it. So yeah, it's a good story, but it's also, yeah, a very specific niche of story that you need to be kind of in the mood and to kind of watch it. I feel like because it surprises you a bit, but yeah, it's not a solid 7 for me. So yeah, like 6.8. And I don't know if you're frozen or if you're just startled by what I said, but yeah, your picture's frozen at the moment. So I just keep talking and see what we can do about that. Um, okay, and now I'm alone, but that is fine because we can make it work. Um, yeah. So because like as I said in the beginning, I am very much used to other Adam Sandler films. This film very much did surprise me, and yeah, but it's just like not my kind of film. I like thrillers, also like psych thrillers that like really have mind games going on and try to trick you to a certain point where then there's a big plot twist. Like also like Shyamalan films and stuff like that, where you have this point where like get everything that you experienced so far reversed and be like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming. So this movie like was a good thing, and it always had its grips on you, so you were always on the edge of like, oh my god, what is going to happen? But yeah, that's, I don't know. It is a good film. I think it's what suits the actor best, but it's still nothing I would like want to watch just to enjoy a movie. And therefore, yeah, I'd give it that. And to come back to the other note. Oh yeah, right. Because Anthony really wanted to do that. Kids don't get addicted. And do I get a notification from Anthony? Oh yeah, I do. Nice. Um, can I let Anthony back in? I don't know. Can I let Anthony back in? I really think I can't. Um, no, haha. Oh no, that was for Cameron. Okay. Yeah. So, the thing is, the movie really shows addiction very well. Oh my God, it's Cameron. I'm also
There we go.
addicted.
Hi,
I'm
I'm on
also
the
an addict.
road, but I'm just letting Anthony back in.
Talking
Thanks.
about addiction, I'm always an addict for a good Cameron. I can't get enough of
All
my
right.
daily fix of Cameron. Bye. That was a daily fix of Cameron. Also, your personal fix of Cameron because you haven't seen him live on air today. Um, but we're just microdosing you because something that's all you get, so you don't get too addicted. Because kids don't get addicted. But yeah, back to the movie. Um, Anthony, can I also have a small caramel frappuccino with sprinkles, please? Thank you. I don't know. It just looks like he's ordering something at a drive-through. Um, but yeah, I think this movie really much shows what a constant like addict in his life goes through.
Did I
Because
lose you?
no, you're still there. You're still there. You're good. You're Gucci.
Here we go.
You're breaking off a bit, and your picture isn't moving for me. I don't know
Do
how
I
that
still
is
have
for
you?
the others on the screen. Yeah, I can hear you. Hello. And that's what we do with
There we go.
international streaming. I can hear you. Your picture still isn't moving. But yeah, that's what you get when someone's in America and someone's in Germany. Because it's currently 6:30 p.m. at my place, and it's somewhat midday where he is, and there's a lot of kilometers between us. So we still make that work for you, but it works. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. What do you learn from that? We need a Wi-Fi hotspot in our cars. Maybe at some point Teslas will have their own Wi-Fi router. But here, back to the addiction. And I'm alone again. So yeah, let's just keep it at that. Um, back to the addiction. So because like the way he moves through everything is just a big lifestyle of it. Like he gambles, he also like gambles his family because like he's breaking up with his wife or going to, they're basically talking about divorce without telling their kids. So like he's willing to gamble his relationship to his kids for everything else, and not very much.
All right, here we are again.
Oh my god, another microdose of Cameron.
I'd like
Yeah.
to point out that Anthony,
Bye.
this is the third time this has happened. Like it's always you.
It's not me.
But and yet,
It was you
you're
one
the one that
time.
I always
Is
have
it
to- you're
just
the one that I always
me?
have to get rid of. I always have to put back in. Also, remember the Justin episode?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm doing
that
my
was
best.
my fault. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I saw
that's the
Bruno
past.
a few days ago. It was fun. He's a cool guy.
Nice.
Bruno?
Yeah, they did a
The Disney.
Bruno Maribel meet and greet at the Halloween event that I had at Disney World 2 days ago. So, anyway, guys, Uncut Gems, fun. I don't know what you guys are on right now, but
We were in the rate that movie part, and I gave my rating, and before he could give his, like we broke up. So Cameron, wait a second, wrong sign. Rate that movie.
Yeah.
this
He has
is
signs and
brilliant.
everything.
All right,
And just in case, spoilers.
I think my letterbox was a 3.5 out of 5, and I stick with that. It was a solid movie, but yeah.
Do you want Cracker Barrel or
So
I
I'd like to introduce we have the parents live in the car, by the way, for all us watching.
was disappointed with it.
Any Jacqueline comments today? I love a live comment.
So Anthony, please rate that movie.
All right. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about The Hustlers because I saw The Hustlers, which was a serious movie by Adam Sandler, which I loved. Really loved that movie. Thought it was fantastic. Cameron's going bye now, but that's okay. Oh no, he's still here. I thought the connection dropped, but it was great. This one, I had that same expectation, and it did not deliver for me. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10.
Okay, but it's still pretty high. I give it a 7 out of 10. And what did Seb give? Can you give your
7.8. Sorry, 6.8 out of 10.
Perfect. Now I think you guys are gonna rank some Adam Sandler movies, right? Next.
We are. Yep. I have a.
Oh
website.
yeah, totally. I opened up my list again. I had that earlier.
This
No,
is gonna
I
be a lot of
literally
fun.
had a
All right,
list
you guys,
earlier.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Cool.
Bye.
I'm just gonna, because we can't put anything on screen, so that kind of makes it. Can I put something on screen?
I have
No,
a
I can't.
link. If you could put it on screen, you can't.
No, I can literally not put anything there. I can type stuff in
not
the
like
chat
a
so everyone could read it, but that isn't working.
Well,
The thing is, do you have the? Okay, can you send me the link to the website?
Yeah. Let me send on WhatsApp. Hold on.
Yeah, then we just go to the list together. Is that
Send
definitely
it to
works?
WhatsApp. So what happened
Also-
was my phone overheated and then it cracked.
Were you at a drive-through a second ago? Because it looked like you were talking outside the window.
No, someone came out and said hi to me and didn't know I was on a podcast. And I was like, hey, I can't talk right now.
Are you
But I
sitting in
tried
your
to not
car
get
at
them on-
home, or what are you doing right now?
I am sitting in my car at a friend's place.
Ah, okay. Because I was like, oh, if you're at the drive-through, I want a caramel frappuccino with sprinkles, please.
I got you on the way home, though. I'll get you a caramel frappuccino. I'll deliver it. When I go on my flight, I'll have it for you. It may be moldy, but I have it for you.
The thing is, the funniest thing is, when I flew back from America the last time, we flew British Airways, and they have an own beer made for their international flights, made by a Brewdog, and it's called the Transatlantic IPA, and they basically only serve that on their transatlantic flights on British Airways. And I got a can of that, like a 330 milliliter can. Wanted to bring that back as a souvenir for my mother, but so on. And the thing is, we went from one British Airways flight onto the other. I got that on the plane. But because you change planes in their own British Airways terminal, you have to go through security and have your hand luggage checked again. So you aren't allowed to bring anything more than 100 milliliters through security because you change from the international flight to the technically still another international flight because it's no longer EU. And they didn't let me bring that with me, even though it's their own beer, completely sealed, that they make that I can only get on their plane. So like, why? That like, it just didn't make sense to me why I couldn't bring that with me in like an enclosed container. But hey, still.
That's weird. Hold on, I'm sending you the link right now.
So
Adam.
yeah, I just say you are allowed to bring food and milk products should be fine. I just advise you not to bring a frappuccino with you on the plane.
But what if I want like caffeine to stay up? Because I don't know. My thing when I'm really excited for this flight, but I get really bad car sickness.
Yeah.
So I'm very see if that works. I just sent the link. But so I'm very interested to see how this will work for me.
Just get an octa shot of espresso.
An octa shot? What is that?
Yeah, like an 8 times shot of espresso. Like not a quad shot as like in 4 shots, but an octa shot as an 8 shots.
Will I have a heart attack?
The thing is, if you drink them all at once, yeah, but if you just take a sip of your giant mug with a bit of creamer and stuff like that in every hour, you should be fine because that's an espresso per hour. That should be fine. I mean, the biggest drink I ever had was a 5-shot espresso because, like, technically it was a 5-shot flat white because I ordered a big one and it was like, and 2 extra shots. But I didn't know that their big one already has 3. And then I had a total of 5 espressos. And actually, they made their coffees pretty small. So it was only like 250 milliliters and there wasn't much milk in there. And then I went to uni, finished that before our exam, and then had a 280-minute exam to sit in. And I never wrote so fast and so jittery in my life, I guess.
2 hours?
4 hours.
4 hours?
240 minutes. Sorry, my bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was the final exam of that module, so like we had just a long time for it. But yeah, it was just very caffeinated and very jittery, so that was fun. Also, I still didn't get your link.
You didn't get the link?
It's not in the group. It's not in the group for me, at least, no.
I sent it in the StreamYard chat.
Oh.
I could put it in the.
No, I found it now, yeah.
That. Okay.
I found it.
I'll put it in the comments for the audience to also participate. Hold on. Oh, I have to join the chat. I won't do that because I'm afraid I'm going to get disconnected.
Why can't I type? This is awkward. Okay, here we accept your cookies. And
So,
boom.
We have a bunch of movies. I kind of made this comment before, but I'm going to put Hustlers.
It asks me to create a template. I can't see your...
What? It asks you to create a template.
Or search if the template already exists and ask me for a template name.
Scroll down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see the link, but there's nothing here. Maybe I need to go back and click the link again.
Hold
Let's
on. I
see.
have an idea. Hold on.
I mean, I see the name sitting on top in the URL, but like, there's nothing happening.
I have an idea. Hold on, just give me a sec. Oh. Try this one. There we go. All right, try the second one I sent. Oh, it's just me now? Oh, hey guys. I'm going to put it. They're making a Happy Gilmore's 2? I did not know they're making a Happy Gilmore's 2. I love Happy Gilmore's now. Happy Gilmore's probably, in my opinion, a A-list. No, it's an S-list. Adam Sandler one. Not A-list though. I think my worst list for Adam Sandler films would have to be maybe Hotel Transylvania. Like, it's a good film, but it's not fantastic. Grown Ups 2's S-list. Murder Mystery, I also really loved. I think that's S-list as well. Murder Mystery, I think the first Murder Mystery is better than the second Murder Mystery, in my opinion. I didn't even know Adam Sandler's in Pixels. I'm looking at the list right now of like all the movies he was in. I did not know he was in Pixels. That's another fantastic one. 50 First Dates is like my childhood. I'm looking at the list. 50 First Dates is my childhood Adam Sandler movie. Hey, Cam, what's going on?
Hi, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna
bring back Seb.
I was protesting myself.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna stay in the car for the last whatever time you guys are gonna do because.
Yay!
Anyway, Seb.
Oh my God!
Here too. It's a whole gang. The gang is back. We're Shaggy and Scooby.
Oh.
But yeah.
Anyway, I typed in the link in the chat, so that should work for you guys.
I still only see the one thing you put in there.
You didn't get the second one?
But yeah, Mark, Happy Gilmore 2 is actually shooting in New Jersey.
I am forgetting Airheads, and I'm totally forgetting Airheads. I don't think I've even seen Airheads. Sorry, I was looking at the comments before. What did you say, Cameron?
No, I was just reading the comments about Happy Gilmore 2. I've been getting like tons of emails about that.
I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a trailer until now.
No, it's an actual movie, and they're shooting it in New Jersey. They were doing a call for extras, like in Monmouth County.
Ooh,
like last week.
So you could be an extra.
I could meet Adam Sandler. I could kiss the ground.
I mean, honestly, you would, like, with a bit of like facial makeup and plasters, you could be a young Adam Sandler.
That's true. That is very true.
Like with your beard and your hair and everything, that works. I mean, just a bit of like the nose and maybe the forehead stuff and such, like to make it a bit more different looking, or like, I don't know, like that could definitely work. Maybe the Adam Sandler we need are the friends we made already.
Jeez, no. I'm in here for 2 minutes. I'm like, I'm not going to join this today. I'm supposed to be driving back to Jersey. And so I'm like, all right, no, I'm in front of a big orange right now, parked for a moment. And I was like, I'll join the stream if you guys keep incessantly need me. So here I am. And then the first thing I get is a bad joke from Seth. Welcome.
So Anthony, where is the link? I don't have a working link.
It's not in the chat.
There's only the one you sent that didn't work. Try over WhatsApp, I don't know.
So as we can see, people, when we are not ready, everything burns down.
What burns down?
The podcast.
There. Check website.
I mean, it's a podcast. It's normal that we can't see people. I spoke to... Oh yeah, that makes more sense. I spoke to people today about our idea for the other thing that we're wanting to do.
Yeah.
And they were like, you do that in a podcast? I can't imagine that. Like, because like it's okay if you can't like touch and smell things in a video, like, so like, describing things is stupid, but like not seeing it makes it totally obnoxious. I was like, oh no, we'll have a video portion. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. They were like, so it's just audio? So you're just describing everything?
Jeez.
It's like, yeah, no, that's not what's happening.
Oh man.
Okay. I mean, I have the tier list now, but where are the movies?
All the way to the bottom. them, the movie posters.
Oh yeah, no, see.
Blended, Click. I actually haven't seen Click.
I love
There's a lot of
the-
movies I haven't seen, and I'm like realizing it now. I'll just go with It's Also Good.
Look at this big orange.
Oh my god.
Is my
That's a
camera
big
feed
orange.
stuff for you guys?
No, you're moving.
Okay. Just me then. Cool.
Okay, so
Can you open up the tier list?
on stream? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Cameron's on his phone. I don't think he can open it up. Is Leo still there?
No,
Maybe
he's not. He's
Leo.
out.
Oh,
He left.
sad, because otherwise I would have said maybe he can open up the tier list we have in the chat. But maybe,
Well,
yeah.
Then I don't know. At this point,
Cameron, have you anything to say about not getting addicted?
I didn't get a chance to say my bit for this one.
don't do drugs. I think they do cocaine in the movie. Is it
No,
cocaine?
he's talking about gambling.
Don't gamble. Addicting.
That's not. There's got to be more than just that.
Or do it responsibly. I don't know. Just do what the TV ads always say.
Do what the guy in the YouTube shorts does. Make a deal with the casinos and get millions.
This 100% is going to be our clip for this week for
What?
Instagram.
I think there were a lot of stupid clips for Instagram in this.
There's a lot of good
Oh, I'm
ones.
excited.
Me and Seb were the dream team. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Oh, I know you guys did. I was not worried at all. The two of you were doing this podcast today. But yeah. And anyway, I guess, I mean, is there anything else we want to do? Because I guess the ranking won't work this week.
I mean, we ranked that movie, but
No, ranking Adam Sandler films.
oh yeah, no, not without the
I mean, we can
tech
talk
behind it.
quickly. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Hustlers.
And why?
I guess why? All right. Hustlers, because it was the first serious role I've seen him in, and it was I love the underdog story about like athletes or just people in general like going through tough times and getting to where they and then succeeding, and they just executed that very well. I just love the message behind it, the meaning behind it, and it's just well acted, well shot. They did a fantastic job with that movie.
How about you, Seb?
I'm just looking through it again, and
I mean, I can go next if you still need a moment.
yeah, sure.
It's got to be the classic Happy Gilmore for me. Funny sports story. Adam Sandler being as goofiest, but also not being over the like it's like over the top, but like I feel like in his later years it's gotten stale. But I feel like at that point it was still really funny, and it still is. And you still have some iconic people in that movie. I'm really excited for the second one. Yeah, that'd be my rating for my.
Okay, then I go either with I don't know the English title, so the Zohan film, because it's actually one that you can. The Zohan film.
Zoolander?
No, Zohan, the one where he's the.
Zoolander is not a. He didn't do Zoolander.
No, like Zoolander is not Adam Sandler. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, that's,
What's the whole title? Give me a second. Oh my god. What's the English title to that movie? You Don't Mess with the Zohan. The one where he's that Middle Eastern guy, super secret agent that then works at the hair salon.
Yeah, I know.
And otherwise, I would say it's the Meyerowitz stories.
Okay. That's some
Because
good
that is kind of a film that's not just a stupid comedy.
Fair.
And it's also a cool cast.
Very cool cast.
Have you listened in for that last bit, or could you not hear us?
You guys broke in and out for me.
Yeah, no, I said it's either the Don't Mess with the Zohan or it's the Meyerowitz stories.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't think I've seen the My Urban Stories.
Yeah, because it's also like a film that is not just like comedic, and also the cast is great.
Cool. Well then, my friends, I'm gonna say we call it for today.
Okay.
I mean, as you are the one who can make
End
this end, we might just call it a short here. And so to stop the quacking, and if you want to stop the quacking, there's this thing up in the corner that looks like a duck. And to make that duck off, you can help us by supporting us and this podcast on StreamYard to make the logo go away. So yeah, if you want to,
Yeah. Go ahead.
if you want to make this thing, this over there, good work, Cameron. And if you want to, for the next time we talk about Adam Sandler, have the whole background just faces of Adam Sandler or a giant Adam Sandler, then support us and we make it happen for you. So yeah, back to Ant for his last words.
I don't know how to follow up with that. That was clean.
That was very clean.
That was very clean.
I think your name
is
is right?
About clean. Don't get addicted, kids.
Okay, I got it. Kids, stay at home. Don't do drugs. Don't gamble. Be a goody teachers. And that's life.
And then we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for, I believe it's Your Name is next, right? Is the next film that we do?
Yes, that's a great one.
It's going to be cool. All right, guys, the whole anime themed episode. See you guys later.
Bye.